but electronic Marts India is the stock on our radar. Seen a stellar run since listing. In fact, surged nearly 200% in the last 1 year. And they're the largest consumer durables retailer in South India with almost 141 stores in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana under Bajaj Electricals and Electronics Mart as brands. So what are the expansion plans? How's business shaping up? How's the first quarter been? We have with us Premchand Devarakonda, who's the CFO of the company, joining in to detail all of that. Thanks a lot, Premchand, for joining in today. The last 1 week or so, if I look at all the exchange notices that you've given, you opened 3 stores, one in Srikakulam, Andhra Pradesh, another in Tanaku, Andhra Pradesh, and the third one in Nizamabad, Telangana as well. The first quarter is seasonally the strongest quarter for you, and this also coincided with the election results that came by in Andhra Pradesh. So, how has demand been so far? Basis the first quarter, what can you project for this year?
Very good morning to you. See, this first quarter, during the months of April and May, there has been a significant spike in the demand for cooling products. And of course, unfortunately or unfortunately, the monsoon started early this year as compared to last year. In fact, last year we had an extended summer till the 3rd week of June, whereas this year in the first week of June itself, the monsoon started. So in spite of that, we have seen a decent growth and on month-on-month comparison. And this year we are between the quarter, first quarter, year-on-year, there is going to be at least 15 to 20% growth in the top line.
Oh, 15 to 20% growth in the top line by the end of the full year, is it? Or in the first quarter?
First quarter.
In the first quarter. And what about the full year? What are you targeting in terms of both top line growth as well as margins?
There is going to be, our target for the year has been 15% year-on-year. So, and the bottom line also will be in the same proportion.
Okay. So, can you give us some sense on, I'm talking about the full year picture now, in terms of the product mix. What are you aiming for? Will it be more mobiles? I mean, if you look at the pie between small appliances, large appliances, mobiles, what are you aiming for by the end of this year? And, how could that impact the margin profile, your product mix?
See, our product mix has been more or less same for the last 3-4 years. So I think 1/3 of our sale would be coming from mobiles, and about 50% will be from the large appliances and televisions, and the balance will be from the others. So that is going to remain more or less.
And which of these categories is fetching you the highest margin right now?
See, large appliances obviously will have the better margin compared to the other products.
Okay.
All right. One of the big triggers that everyone is eyeing is your expansion beyond just the south. You've about 21 stores in NCR right now. It's just about broken even. At peak, with the stores that you have right now, you could do about 450 crores of revenue. Last year, you did about 281 crores. So just wanted to know, what's the target revenue from NCR this year? How many stores are you likely to open? And what kind of margins are you factoring in?
Yeah. This year, we're targeting about 100% growth in the top line. That is coming from the North cluster. So last year, we closed at 280 closely. I think this will be double this year. That is our target. And that will definitely improve the EBITDA margins of NCR cluster.
So what would they improve to? Last year, it was just about 0.1%. So with revenues increasing, operating leverage coming by, how much can they be?
It will be around 5%.
Around 5%. So what does that do to your overall margins? Because large appliances are doing well. Last year, you did close to around 7%, 6.7, 6.8% on an overall basis. With this margin improving and large appliances improving, can we see your margins at around 7.5 to 8% for the company at large for this year?
See, our expansion plans are on. So as long as we keep on expanding year on year, I think improving on the company level EBITDA margin is little challenging, but it will be somewhere between 7 and 7.5.
7 and 7.5. Okay. You were talking about how your expansion plans are on. Before we let you go, can you tell us what exactly are the expansion plans? What's the store addition that we can expect in the next 12 to 18 months?
This year, we're planning to add at least 30 stores, out of which 10 will be coming from the North cluster and 20 will be from the South cluster. And for the next, for the year, for FY26, we'll be adding 25 more stores, out of which again 10 from the North cluster and 15 from the South cluster.
Sir, just a word on Andhra in specific before we wind up the conversation. I mean, after the elections, there's a lot of buzz around, infrastructure spends over there and how Amravati will shape up. What is your Andhra specific exposure right now? How many stores do you have in the state? And ground level, when it comes to business, do you see any impact? Or is this more headline stuff? I mean, will you be putting more money to work in Andhra? How many stores will you open there? Does anything change because of the election outcome is what I'm asking.
And it's too early to predict anything coming out of these, what are the plans of the new government. But our plans, our expansion plans for AP were already firmed up 2 years back. So we'll be adding at least 10 stores this year, 10 stores next year. And that expansion plan will be on irrespective of the government policies.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in. That's Electronics Mart with, their way forward, the expansion plans, etc.